I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, stroke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it. I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck, everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, don't give a fuck. Can't stop, unplug, feeling overwhelmed, I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy, gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it, I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Hold on just 1 minute, Frank. Where'd you go? How is everybody that's here? Let me turn my YouTube off here. I'm going to pin this link. I am streaming on both channels, this channel and my backup channel. I done it one time by accident. I didn't know, and this time I'm doing it on purpose. So yes, it is streaming on both channels. I'm just trying to, I don't even know really why they have that option. Anyone that's on the Cotton Candy Boobs channel, that's my backup channel. Let's see here. Everybody's talking about the Idaho 4 right now. It's kind of wild, isn't it? There's a lot of stuff going on with that. Where'd you go, Frank? Is anybody here? Can y'all hear me? Can somebody, Allie, hey, Allie, can you hear me? Can you hear me, boo? Frank, where you at, bro? No, Frank, come back now. Okay, good, Allie. As long as you're here, that's all matters. My Allie boo. Allie, do you ever go on panels? You should. Come up here with me. I want to talk a little bit about Andrew Tate today. I don't really know a whole lot about him, but yesterday, I guess. Yeah, yesterday. Stuff popped up about him, and I started reading it and stuff, and like, I'm really into saving the children, you know what I mean? And like trafficking and all of that, that gets my attention more than anything, because like I'm into cults and I like all that. I can't really talk about a whole lot on here because they'll silence you, you know, and it really sucks because I wish I could fucking talk about more of this stuff, and like John Podesta, and there's just so much but they'll fucking shut your channels down quick. Allie, you're panel shy as fuck. Look, love, I've been on YouTube since 2018 with Cher. She begged me for 3 years to come up there on panel, and I wouldn't. I've never been on a panel. I never done nothing. Well, then there was this article that got released that was re-victimizing a DV survivor. And that DV survivor was a really good friend of mine. And she had a big channel, and she still does. She's still on here. But people released an article about her re-victimizing her about her DV, and it was a fucked up really situation. It really pissed me off. And I told Cher, I said, Cher, let's make me alive. I'm going up with you. And she's like, what? Are you serious? You know, because I'd never been on a panel or nothing. But when you fuck with my friends or somebody I care about, yeah. That's how I got my cherry, Allie. I went up. Then second time I went on panel was on Queens because somebody over there, the scone across the pond I talk about sometimes, the crazy bitch in England, was talking about my friend and lying on her. And I knew for a fact she was lying on her. So I went up there and cussed her out. And then next thing you know, here I am. I'm doing lives. My first live or second live was actually taken up for somebody. Like after you do it a couple of times, it gets easier. I'm awkward too, Allie. I was like that at first, and then you just after you do it a few times, it gets better, it gets easier. Now I just don't care. I kind of enjoy it. It lets me get that out, you know. You've been on one twice. Be good. Hey, love. Hey. Hey, thanks for joining my membership. I was looking for you yesterday to thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm going to make a post and, because like right now my membership, I only have that one level, you know, and it's called Cotton's Babes or something like that. And that was just kind of a spur of the moment thing that I put on. But I would like to change that to something different and cute and quirky or weird or you know what I mean. And so I want to let people vote and suggest names and stuff to name my one level membership that I have. I appreciate it. Be good. I want to do something good with it. I do something different. And I really want, that's why I only made one level. That's why I canceled my Patreon and because I want to do something good, you know. I don't know what to do, but maybe I could do like my conspiracy stuff members only. That I could probably do that. Would they silence me if I done that? If like I did all my conspiracy stuffs on members' lives only? I mean, I'd be good if it was just a couple people. I really want to talk about like my John Podesta stuff and Chester and all kinds of stuff. And then we got this Andrew Tate stuff coming up, and I don't even really know a lot about this dude. But yesterday, whenever he got arrested, and from what I've seen, I think it's a setup too. I don't know though. That's why I want to talk about it. Be good. This is true. This is true. Trust me, you know I know, love. I'm in that community. I don't know. Would you say I'm part of the community too? Be good. I don't know. See, I got into that community from following fucking Natasha because I used to follow Natasha before she even came to YouTube. And then I got in, I don't know what community I'm in. You'd say I am. Be good. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Because like I used to talk to a lot of creators and stuff. Now I don't because I don't want them fucking coming after me. You know what I mean? Because it's got bad, hasn't it? Be good. In like the past 6 months. Oh my god. In the past month, they really fucking will rip your skin off of you and shove it up your ass and not think twice. These people are brutal over there in the community me and Be Good are part of. And it's like, wow. And you're women, it's women. And there's some men. Some fucking incels, and it's a whole fucking mess over there. Oh my God. And you know, I'm really disappointed in some people because there's some people that I used to really, really respect and care about and liked. And now they're way worse than Natasha Cooper could ever thought about. And that's sad. Natasha isn't even the subject of their conversations anymore. I'm so over it too. Be good. I want everybody just, even if you don't, just fucking commingle or whatever, you know, coexist and just stop. Yeah, that's how I knew you too. Be good. From Noodles, actually, I think is when I recognized you. I love Noodle. Love her heart. Yeah, I'm in a few different communities. I started out in true crime. Be good. And like I followed the Michael Long case. I don't know if you know about that. That's where a lot of my OG friends like Ella and stuff come from. But yeah, I was in that community, and that's kind of whenever it got fuck. I learned about docs and all that shit. Oh my God, the Michael Long fucking bullshit. But that community. But this community's got on fucking beat, I tell you that. Hey Panthera. Oh, you're feeling a little bitter. That's awesome. Thank God, Panthera. Be Good Noodle is so sweet. She is. I love Noodle. And I totally get her. And I have some of the disabilities that she has mentally, you know, and I really, really like Noodle. I have for a while, ever since she's came out. And, you know, I never judged her with all that Miss P bullshit. I sat and watched to see because I knew Miss P was full of bullshit even before they all started fucking going after Noodle. And I knew Miss P was lying on her. I mean, Noodle was so calm and showing her proof, and she never blinked twice. Like, here it is, y'all. And she's like, this woman has to actually live in real life with this fucking monster. And people don't get that. It's different being on YouTube and that, but when you live near someone in real life and know them in real life, it's a whole different fucking ball game, in my opinion. Because that's, you know, that's real life and you're right there and you could really fuck with someone's real life and that's not cool. Hey, Star Mama. Hey, love. How you doing, Mama? Yep, Be Good Noodle always has receipts. Yep. And you know what? I'm very unbiased. I am an unbiased person, but what's right's right, wrong's wrong. And I will go wherever I want. I like who I want. Be Good, no. No, nope, nope, nope. I would have done bitch slapped that woman. I swear I would have. Yeah, I would be in jail. Be Good if I lived near that woman. I couldn't imagine. Imagine her neighbors. Miss P is a fucking monster. She knows. She's very calculated. She knows what she's fucking doing. I can't stand Miss Portland. I used to like her, like at first, when she was like, before she got into her own channel bullshit and stuff. I thought she was funny as shit. No more. I can't stand that woman. And then her husband sits there and just fucking co-signs everything she does. It's like, at first I thought he was a decent man, you know, before we all got to know him and stuff. And I was like, why don't he stop her? He's right there. And you can see him sometimes in the background just walking around, fixing him something to drink, just nonchalantly, like, while she's sitting here fucking talking about someone's deceased child. And it's like, oh my God, my old man, my old man might be a piece of shit, but he wouldn't allow me to sit there and do that. I agree, Be Good. Hey, Ella Wifey. Panthera, you always got receipts, baby. You got it. You think he's scared? He might be Good. It might be because he knows her better than us, and he probably knows if he don't go along with it, he's gonna live in a living hell probably. But that ain't a real man, you know. A real man's gonna stand up. Hey, get your ass in that nut hospital or something. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. Mike McCormick, hello. Top G is free. What do you mean? Andrew Tate. Mike McCormick, Andrew Tate, get out. Hold up here, because I'm interested in that. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about Andrew Tate until yesterday. I mean, I've heard his name and stuff, you know, but I never. But from what I've watched quite a bit. I know he's a misogynist. I can't say stuff right, and incel, whatever. But from the feelings I get from what I've watched, he's innocent in this recent arrest. Oh, good. He's been released, Mike McCormick. Good. I'm glad I got somebody here that knows this. Mike, do you feel that he's innocent or guilty and he's being set up, or what do you feel? I'm very curious in this. Innocent but scummy. That's exactly what I get. There's something there, but I don't think he's innocent on this. I don't know his history. That's why I'm wanting to talk about it. I'm glad I've got somebody here that knows about it, because I'm not trying to put out. Hey, Squid. I got a video here. Somebody, let's see here. What's it on? Valuetainment. Says Andrew Tate. This was 3 months ago. This has been going on for a while, evidently. And Andrew Tate reveals the real reason he was banned. because he was banned before and canceled and stuff. And look, y'all, I don't know if y'all watched the video that I posted last night, but he was talking about like first whenever they're trying to come after you, like whoever, the people bigger than you, he says first they'll cancel you, then they'll falsely arrest you, then they'll take your life. And it's just wild because he said this stuff like months ago. And it's happening to him. It's kind of weird. He's right. Like, and I'm sure you know about him. Andrew Tate is a self-made millionaire who is basically a glorified digital. That's funny. Like, Lycan, do you think that he was falsely arrested? I'm curious to see what Lycan has to say. Lycan, you know me and you know I don't really care for you, but you're welcome here, and you're kind of, maybe you'll grow on me like some people have, like Michelle. But you are very smart, Lycan. I'll give you that. You know what you're talking about. Do you think he's innocent or guilty, Lycan, for this recent arrest he had? I'm glad people's here that know this. Let's see. Tristan been released until February, both in court. February, Andrew hasn't been released. It's old interviews, not new ones. Yeah, I know did both of them get out of jail? You haven't looked at it yet? Please do that, and do a live on it. I would actually come to your live for that if I'm welcome, because I'm very interested in this. This is the kind of stuff I like. And from the feelings I get, I'm like you, and I haven't really looked into it a lot yet because I don't even really know a lot about Andrew Tate, honestly. That's why I'm not going to speak on stuff I don't know about. That's why it's legal there. Let's watch this video I have. Hold on. I have a video I made on him, I think. And it shows some of the stuff, and he's right, though. Like he has, I don't know, something like pizza. I don't know. I want to know. But what about like his brother, too? I don't know nothing about all that. What the fuck? I can't get my shit straight here. Oh, thank you, Lycan. I appreciate that. I do. I want to coexist with everybody. You know what I mean? I don't want to go into a chat and get attacked. And, we don't have to like each other, but it don't mean that we can't join streams that we're interested in. You know what I mean? As long as you're respectful. Like, I think I kind of have a love-hate for you, Lycan. I don't know. Because you're smart and you do talk about interesting topics and you put it out there in a semi-professional way, and I like that. And well, that's a good, Mike. Your test is negative. You be good. You think Tate's a horrible dude? Frank's not in here, Squid. Not that I can see. And please do a live on this so I can start at the beginning, please, and take it all the way to current so I can get caught up on this. Because there's so much and I don't know where to start digging, because I'm so curious in this. He's not horrible, but the Santa hat, you think that's it. It has to be it. Because I didn't like him until you got the Santa hat, Lycan. At least you ain't got a tinfoil hat on. Be good, right? Am I right? Be good, though? At least he ain't got a tinfoil hat on. He ain't that stupid. No, Lycan's all right, I guess. I'm sorry, Lycan, for the shit I've said about you in the past. But I kind of mean some of it. I'm not going to say that You know what I mean. I give people credit where it's due. I like everybody. And all I ask is if people's in here that you don't like or from your past or you don't agree with, please just don't acknowledge them because I don't want no bullshit in my chat. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't want to do the drama. I don't want to do it. I want to talk about stuff like this, stuff that really gets my attention. And I know, like, and I know you stick to your guns. And so I said, you ain't got the tinfoil hat on. Oh, you're a Taurus. That explains a lot. The presser is coming up at 4 o'clock, Panthera. So we could watch that actually. Panthera, do you know what channel it's on? So I can, because I do want to hear about that. The Idaho arrest. That's wild. Is it all the way in Pennsylvania? See, everybody said it was somebody that was never talked about. Who would ever thought that? And the cops was so firm on that white Elantra, and they was right. Like, and what are you laughing at? Because the Taurus explains it. Aries men too. Aries men and Taurus men and Cancer men. Men that are cancers. Cancer men are trash. Sorry. And Aries men, in my opinion. Sorry if any of you's in here and Aries or a Cancer, but pull up the old interviews. See, I want somebody to do a live because I'm really horrible at like focusing on one topic, doing a live on it and presenting stuff and all that. I like to just talk like this or someone I know that's and goes live and does it. You know what I mean? And I think this would be a really good topic for Lycan to cover. You're going to sting me with love, Mike. Hey, Frank. There's my boy. That's his team, not him tweeting. Here's the main channel, link to join. Let me go on my phone and get that. Yes, conversational. A Libra? Squid, I knew I loved you. I'm a Virgo. How do I? Is there any way I could stop the live on my other channel? You all, I do have another channel, the streaming on my other channel, so some people might be over there. Frank, be good. Frank, don't see. Frank, did you block people? Yes, there's a restream on my other channel. I done that on purpose because I want to like talk about the bullshit on my backup channel. I should have done this completely on my backup channel. Gemini, I love you, Ella. Tristan was released and Andrew wasn't. Oh, Frank's on the backup channel, y'all. So is Mike. Mike, you're on the backup channel? Yeah, I am streaming on both channels right now. So if you don't see somebody, they might be over on my other channel. Frank, come over here to my main channel, bro. Come on. And I'll tell you what, nobody better not come in my chat. Try to start any fucking sneaky bullshit with Frank. You hear me? Frank, you have my permission to block anybody that comes in here. You know what I'm talking about. You have my permission to block them. Because ain't nobody going to be fucking with my brother. That's my friend. I take friendship seriously. And I know a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes. People fucking with Frank, and I'm not fucking happy with that. And people trying to bring it to my channel yesterday. No, you're fucking with the wrong one. I'm not the one. So, Frank, you have my permission, brother. Frank is the king of my channel, and that's my friend. And no, I just had to put that out there. Sorry. You come in here fucking with Frank, I'll fuck with you. Eye for an eye. Don't fuck with Frank. That's my bro, man. And I didn't really know what was going on yesterday, but now I know. And I'm not happy about it. Like, and I know you get trolled. And you just go with it, brother. You just go with it. It's funny. It's like, you're like, oh, well, there's another one. I do lurk and watch you sometimes, like, and when you was covering that homeless whatever chick Ari, man, that's scamming, bitch. Frank, come on, brother. I got you, I promise. He gets more trolls. You're pissed at Melanie? Liking? I don't be spying, I be lurking. Yes, at least I admit it. You probably got 100 more that would never admit it. At least I own up to it. Yes, I lurk sometimes. Like I said, you're smart and you do put out good stuff. And I watched all your Ari stuff, all in with Ari or whatever. Cause yeah. At least I admit I lurk a lot of people. I lurk Natasha Cooper. Sometimes, like I like there's one of her mods. I don't know if it's her mods. She's I give up. I know her from Michael Long community days. I wouldn't even call that a community, but I like her. If I see her in there, I'll say hi, but that's about it. You know what I mean? And but yeah. Mama Touch. Oh Lord. Shit, like, and Tasha ain't even the fucking topic of nobody's conversations anymore. Everybody's done fucking ripping each other's skin off, and oh my God. They all need to go to a fucking mental institution, don't they? Man, them females are fucking brutal. I don't, I can't support that. I supported them when they was fucking calling out facts on Natasha. Now I can't support this fucking trashy shit they're doing. Man, go to a fucking gutter somewhere and do that shit. Hey, Sunshine. NC loves her some like, and she does. I agree with that. I agree with that. I see like it in her chat sometimes. It's funny. They block him usually. Or time him out. Or yeah, I lurk everybody. And I don't like I lurk some of the bad stuff so I'm nosy. I want to know what's going on. Who's doxing who's going. I want to know all that. I'm nosy. But I do watch people I don't like or care about that has interesting conversations. I will admit that. Yeah, Tasha is funny though. I give her that. If she would never stop scamming. That's her past even tells that. But Natasha could really fucking do good, like comical wise. She is fucking hilarious. Some of the shit comes out of her mouth. Oh my God. But she just, the scamming shit and dry begging, and I can't do it. Her reactions are funny. Natasha is funny. I don't care. Natasha's fun to watch sometimes. Frank, where did you go? Oh, I wanted to play the video. That's from my channel. That's what I was going to do. Look, I done got all fucking sidetracked. Let's watch this video I made. It's got like past. This is some past stuff, and it shows these arrests and. What's the one I'm trying to? Yes, that one.
The truth is this. So I knew it was coming. I absolutely not knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. Because first you get canceled, then they make up a reason to put you in jail. And if that fails, they kill you. So now I'm down to my last 2 lives, which is also why while I'm answering this question, I'm still being careful how I'm answering it. I'm not telling you
Scary
everything.
shit.
It's scary because they've given me the warning and I'm still running my mouth.
Yeah.
So that's scary. But here's how cancellation works. So I knew it was going to happen because there's very, very orchestrated attacks. So NGOs and charities and all these other and I'm going to say this on this podcast now to say it in every other one. I would never, ever kill myself. I truly believe they're going to come and they're going to try and kill me on a long enough time frame because they tried to shut me up and I won't shut up. They're going to try and put me in jail. They're going to kill me. And I would never kill myself under any circumstances ever. And the reason I say this, and I say this to people, and they go, but what can they put you in jail for? And I'm like, how ignorant are you in your ignorance to believe they need a reason? You believe it's fair. You believe I can get a lawyer and prove myself innocent. That's not how it works. They decide you're guilty long before and they find a reason why. And it doesn't matter what you do about it, you will pay the fucking price. It's not fair. None of it is. Every single system's corrupt. It actually annoys me when people say that to me. Well, just get a lawyer. Why? They can't put you in jail if you're innocent. Yes, they fucking can. And that's what people don't understand about the world. They can and they do. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange. I mean, also, I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is. I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm not actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot. And then, because I called her out on it, the global matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small dick in her own email address somehow teaches me a lesson. Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show. But now I know at least that Greta, with a little hate-filled face, bitter, sitting somewhere without the heating on, in the cold, a little hat, shivering, use my tweets, which is going to make my Twitter account far more fun into eternity. Warnings. And I'm now at the point where I actually truly believe they're going to try and kill me.
So you've had messages from people trying to control you who you think would kill you.
I understand that you get 3 strikes in this game. Strike 1 is they try and shut you up and discredit you, which I've just been through. Strike 2 is they try and put you in jail for no reason. And strike 3 is they kill you. And one of my strikes is now gone, and I now firmly believe that they're going to try and kill me because they want me to be quiet and I'm not being quiet. And I have huge amounts of influence, which is what they're scared of. They dislike me not just because of what I say, because everybody knows what I say is true, but because of the huge amount of influence I have over the one demographic they're most fearful of, the young military-age male. But
why wouldn't you say it here?
I wouldn't say it here because they've already given me quite a few warnings. And I'm now at the point where I actually truly believe they're going to try and kill me.
So you've had messages from people trying to control you who you think would kill you.
I understand that you get 3 strikes in this game. Strike 1 is they try and shut you up and discredit you, which I've just been through. Strike 2 is they try and put you in jail for no reason. And strike 3 is they kill you. And one of my strikes is now gone. And I now firmly believe that they're going to try and kill me because they want me to be quiet.
Him and his people, eject those people just for having that sort of paraphernalia on them and bringing it to the establishment.
And how long have you known him? Because as Kim said, this could have happened many years ago, and the allegations are just coming in now.
I want to say about 5 years. I definitely met him before COVID, and COVID started in 2020, so it was well before that. I want to say about 5 years.
Tom, you there?
You know, one of the I think it's interesting that the human trafficking issue has popped up, and you know, Tate's role in doing any of that obviously is going to be described further in future days. But I just want to highlight something that's going on. The United States is in the middle of, on the wrong end, enabled by this administration, of the largest human trafficking operation in the history of humanity. And when you have a human trafficking operation like that, at such great size, it means children are being trafficked, it means drugs are being trafficked, and it means there's sexual trafficking at the heart of it as well. So I want as much media focus on Andrew Tate's alleged human trafficking, on the crisis we're facing with the human trafficking being aided and abetted by this administration. So when you have the government involved, in my view, in committing crimes that we would find morally outrageous, as you know, we're concerned about in terms of what Tate's been alleged to have been involved in, we're in dire straits for sure.
Wall Street Silver, I saw you unmute earlier.
Yeah, you know, I can see both sides of this. On the one hand, Tate's a very famous guy, rumored to have a lot of money. Women do make crazy allegations sometimes for financial reasons, to, you know, get a settlement.
I would say women and men as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can't dismiss that might be what's going on here. It might not be, but that's definitely a possibility with someone as notorious and as infamous as Andrew Tate. On the other hand, you know, speaking to something Grant was talking about regarding the way he just so casually flaunts money, you know, maybe perhaps leasing jets, do exotic cars. It reminds me a lot of the Atlas trading guys, those guys who were just indicted for the trading scandals, for the pump and dump scams. That's a very common element for these people to try to build a persona that's false in order to sell their image, make themselves more famous, to increase their marketing ability of whatever business it is they're doing.
You're very welcome, Lycan, and thank you for coming by.
Cei doi britanici acuzați că ar fi sequestrat două tinere în vila lor involuntari sunt cercetați încă din primăvară. Perchezițiile de acum au loc în acest dosar, în care procurorii DICOT au adunat noi probe timp de câteva luni. Dosarul este unul de
Okay, I'm going to stop that. We're going to go watch The Presser. Karaoke tonight? I'll check that out. I'll be over at Lycan's. I got Court TV pulled up. Frank, I'm interested. We're going to talk about it, bro. Hey, Cher. Hey, sis. I love you. Playfully hitting a young woman with a belt? No. No, we're not doing that. Hey, girls. Hey. Jules, Bambi. Yeah, I don't care about Sleuth Mom. I have Court TV pulled up on it.
So 5 minutes. So there is going to be an opportunity for questions and answers at the end. This is Idaho.
Can y'all hear this?
please raise your hand. We'll have someone that is impartial, that doesn't know who the media is. They will actually be the ones that come around and bring the microphone. So we welcome questions and answers. Please stay on point and ask the questions that will be relevant to this investigation. Let me see as well if there's any Evergreen or Argonaut students. You guys will have the first questions if you're here. So with that, we have 4 minutes and we'll get going.
All right, we'll just sit here and chill until it comes on. We got it right in time. I think this is the presser, ain't it? I don't really like streaming WFLA because they fucking sue people. Here, we will watch this one. Hold on. Fuck him. I'll just leave it like that. Shit. I don't want that.
We're off here into the press conference getting underway. Any final thoughts before we get underway live from Moscow, Idaho?
No, other than I'm just so grateful this day has come for the victim families.
Likewise, as we take a look now around the room, Jennifer, we're going to break down what we have learned and what we didn't learn. What are the biggest?
Right, Be Good. They sued. They put a lawsuit out on one of my friends on here. Like a legit fucking lawsuit. It's crazy.
Back live to talk about what we learned and what we didn't in regards to the arrest reportedly being made in the Idaho quadruple student homicide. Let's listen in.
I think I'm gonna go back to Court TV because I don't like WFLA because they fucking strike and sue people. This one's quiet. We'll get up close and personal with this one anyway. I love Tim Hortons coffee. Sis, I need you to send me a bag. Yep, Be Good. That's who I'm talking about. J for J. They fucking. And that was actually what they put out. They fucking put out a article talking about her damn fucking domestic violence situation. And that pissed me off. And that's the first time I ever went on a panel. I'm not taking a strike from WFLA, Frank. They sue, like legit sue you. And I'm in Florida where they are, so. Orange is the New Black. I used to watch that show. Then it got to be the same old shit. There's no echo or anything, is it? Well, shit, I ain't even got the volume on. Yeah, Be Good. They did do that. That they put an article out talking about suing her and stuff, and at the end of it, they started talking about her ex-husband and her DV stuff, and it fucking pissed me off. And I went on a panel. It's the first time I went on a panel over it because I'm like friends with Jay outside of here. Oh, thank you, Be Good. Thank you, Frank. Oh, I love y'all. Thank you. Oh, thank you all so much. I appreciate that. I do. Oh, here we go. Y'all, is there an echo? Let me know if there's an echo because I got the sound on now. I don't know if I should mute myself. Is there an echo? Yes or no?
Thank you for coming today.
Yes, it worked,
Last
Frank.
night, in conjunction with the Pennsylvania State Police, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohlberger in Albrightsville, Pennsylvania, on a warrant for murders of Ethan, Zana, Madison, and Kaylee. I want to personally thank these agencies for their assistance in this case. Kohlberger resides in Pullman, Washington, and is a graduate student at Washington State University. We'll provide as much information as we can about the extradition to Idaho and the criminal process. However, due to Idaho state law, we are limited in what information we can release today until Kohlberger has his initial appearance in Idaho court. I want to express my appreciation to our local community, the people of Idaho, and those throughout our nation who provided information to help us investigate these murders has been very impressive. We've received over 19,000 tips, and we've conducted over 300 interviews. To recap this case, on the evening of November 12th, Kaylee and Madison arrived home at about 1:56 a.m. after visiting a local bar and street food vendor. Ethan and Xana were at the Sigma Chi house before arriving home around 1:45 a.m. The two surviving roommates had also been in the community but returned around 1 a.m. On the morning of November 13th, a 911 call was made at 11:58 a.m. reporting an unconscious person at the residence. The call came from inside the home from one of the surviving roommates' cell phones. Moscow police responded and found two victims on the second floor.
Will someone drop
two
Court
victims
TV's
on
link
the
for
third
me,
floor.
please, and thanks?
On November 17th, autopsies were conducted and the Latah County coroner confirmed the identity of the four victims. The cause and manner of death was homicide by stabbing.
I agree, Allie.
Some had defensive wounds, and each had been stabbed multiple times. These murders have shaken our community, and no arrest will ever bring back these young students. However, we do believe justice will be found through the criminal process. This was a very complex and extensive case.
Thank you, Allie.
We had developed a clear picture over time, and we stand assured that the work is not done, but be assured the work is not done. This has just started. Since November, we have remained laser focused on pursuing every lead in our pursuit of justice for the victims and their families.
Thank you, Be Good, Frank.
I recognize the frustration with the lack of information that's been released. However, providing any details in this criminal investigation might have tainted the upcoming criminal prosecution or alerted the suspect of our progress. We will continue to provide as much information as we can as the process moves forward. Today, I want to specifically thank our dedicated Moscow Police Department detectives, patrol officers, the Idaho State detectives, the Idaho State troopers, and their crime lab technicians and scientists, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation for the resources and personnel to conduct this massive investigation. It was the dedication of them and the persistence and the numerous hours that led to an arrest. Fortunately, these highly skilled people worked together as a cohesive team to solve this case. I also want to thank our community and the nation. Over the past 6 weeks, I've been continually reminded of how much our community cares. Locally, public support has been exceptional with kind words, food for investigators, and letters of support. You will never know how much your words of encouragement help us through these trying times. I appreciate each of you and each of your kindness. Agencies and individuals from across the nation have reached out to us to express their support to this department. I'm reminded how our Moscow community, our families, and the nation has been impacted by this.
Sunshine, I'm going to show some of that next.
Thank our media partners for the help. You kept this in the news. You helped us with tips. You kept things going, and we truly appreciate that. And you are the product of those 19,000 tips that we received, which is an impressive number. I would like to invite Bill Thompson, the county prosecutor, up at this time.
Good afternoon, folks. My name is Bill Thompson. I'm the Latah County prosecutor. And it's sad to be here, but happy to be here at the same time. As Chief Fry indicated, a criminal complaint was filed yesterday here in Latah County, charging the defendant, Mr. Kohlberger, with 4 counts of first-degree murder, in addition to felony burglary, which involves entering the residence with the intent to commit the crime of murder. Mr. Kohlberger, and let me preface, there is a pending case now in court, and I and my office and the investigators have to live with the restrictions that our Supreme Court places on pretrial publicity. That said, I promise you we will share with you through the court process or otherwise whatever we are allowed to. I just appreciate your patience on that. The factual basis for the charges are some.
Allie, I heard that, yes, you live right next door to him. I heard that too, yes.
That is sealed until Mr. Kohlberger is physically back in Latah County and has been served with the Idaho arrest warrant. At that time, we expect that that affidavit will be available to you so you can share the true facts with all of your readers and your watchers and your listeners and all the people who are interested and really need to know what's going on. So please have patience with us on that. We hope to get that to you as soon as we can. As far as Mr. Kohlberger, I can share with you that he is a graduate student at Washington State University and has an apartment residence over at Pullman. He has had an initial appearance in front of a judge in Pennsylvania. He is being held without bond, and the warrant from our magistrate judge here also provides for no bond. We understand that he's scheduled to be back in court in Pennsylvania next Tuesday afternoon, and that a public defender has been appointed for him there. The process at this point is, since he was arrested in another state, he has the opportunity to either waive extradition and return voluntarily to the state of Idaho, or if he prefers not to waive extradition, then we will initiate extradition proceedings through our governor's office. If we do that, it can take a while for him to get here. So again, I'm asking for your patience and understand that's just the way the system works. Once he gets here, he'll have an initial appearance with our magistrate. They'll deal with issues such as making sure counsel is, competent counsel is representing him, and the case will be scheduled for further hearings. Your primary source of factual information is going to be the court record, because that's what the Supreme Court says we need to refer you to. So please pay attention to what's going on in court and have people there to watch and hear what's being said. As an attorney, myself and my office, we are limited on what we are allowed by the courts to say outside of the courtroom. So please just work with us. Finally, as the chief indicated, this is not the end of this investigation. In fact, this is a new beginning. Y'all now know the name of the person who's been charged with these offenses. Please get that information out there. Please ask the public, anyone who knows about this individual, to come forward, call the tip line, report anything you know about him to help the investigators and eventually our office and the court system understand fully everything there is to know about not only the individual, but what happened and why. Next, I'll introduce Colonel Ked Wells from the Idaho State Police. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Kedrick Wills. I serve as a director of the Idaho State Police and certainly want to express our appreciation for your attendance here today. These tragic murders took 4 young, vibrant lives from our community. Nothing we do can bring them back. The only thing that we can do in law enforcement to honor their memories that we know of is to bring this to a successful conclusion. This has been a very difficult time for the families, the university, the community, and the state of Idaho. However, it is also proven that communities come together in tough times. Certainly appreciate the support of the local community and our national audience that has been following us as our investigators have worked through this case. I'm thankful also to you, the media partners, who have helped keep this case in the forefront that generates the tips and we hope will continue to generate information that will help us to a conclusion of this proceeding. I'd like to express our appreciation on behalf of the Idaho State Police to Chief Fry, his leadership, and the entire Moscow Police Department for the way that they handled this from the very beginning. He directed the right people to the right positions that led us to this conclusion today. I've had the utmost confidence in this investigation and in Chief Fry, as well as in Mr. Bill Thompson and the Latah County Prosecutor's Office, who've been a great partner throughout this. Nothing has deterred the commitment of the investigators who've worked on this case, regardless of the organization they represent. It's been very trying and very difficult, as you know, that it has been on those investigators as they do the tedious work that they're so good at doing. The partnerships is what's led here as well. The partnerships between Moscow Police Department.
Hey, Savannah. Hey, love.
Bureau of Investigation, specifically the special agent in charge out of the Salt Lake City Division, Dennis Rice, and also what the work that happened in the last 24 hours in Pennsylvania with the arrest with the Pennsylvania State Police and Colonel Evanchik with the Pennsylvania State Police. We appreciate what they've done across the nation to help us as well. As Bill shared, this investigation is far from over. In fact, I appreciate what he shared, that this is not an ending, but rather a new beginning. The difference now is, as he shared, that we are dictated what information we can share by the court process and by laws in our state of Idaho. And so we will share, as he shared, Mr. Thompson is absolutely committed to share everything he can share through the court process. We've got to make sure that we don't get in front of that process. And we really deeply appreciate everybody's support here. The relationships that were forged here and the partnerships that were forged have led to this. And based on that is why we're here today. And we continue to believe that the best way we can honor these 4 lives that have been taken is to make sure that we have a successful outcome here. One of the partnerships that's been forged throughout this is a partnership with the University of Idaho. And on that, I'd like to introduce the president of the University of Idaho, Mr. Scott Green.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Scott Green, President of University of Idaho. Today's news and arrest is a welcome one. It's relief to our university, our community, and our extended Vandal family. The outpouring of support over the past 6 weeks helped sustain us during the most trying time. It provided the strength that helped us navigate the international scrutiny visited on our students and employees. We are truly thankful for the compassion and acts of kindness shown to our community. Kindness is contagious, and it provided the light that reclaimed ground lost to evil and darkness. We first want to acknowledge and thank Governor Little for the early promise of financial support that enabled the university to secure our campus and focus on helping our students and our employees in the wake of the crimes. We also appreciate the Idaho State Police and the highly visible security presence that brought comfort and calm to a community shocked and confused by the senseless crimes. We never lost faith that this case would be solved and are grateful for the hard work of the Moscow Police Department and their law enforcement partners. Vast and committed FBI resources brought important expertise to this complex case. Across the board, dedicated, highly competent personnel worked this case to arrest. This crime has nevertheless left a mark on our university, our community, and our state. While we cannot bring back Maddie, Kaylee, Zaina, and Ethan, we can thoughtfully and purposefully carry their legacy forward in the work that we do. Our students come first, and that was proven each and every day of this investigation. We are committed to safely delivering the college town atmosphere, campus experience, and high-touch quality education for which the University of Idaho is known. With time, we will heal. We will move forward together, and we will remain Vandal strong. With that, I'd like to turn it back over to Chief Fry.
So now we will open the floor to questions. However, I want to remind everyone, as Prosecutor Bill Thompson explained, Any factual information regarding the arrest of Kohlberger is currently sealed per Idaho law and will not be released until he has appeared in an Idaho court. Please formulate your questions accordingly. I recognize there are a lot of questions, and I will try to answer as many of them as I can.
Evergreen or Argonaut reporter?
Lauren Patterson, Northwest Public Broadcasting, Spokane Public Radio. I realize the records are sealed. I guess I'm not too familiar with how it works, but can you tell us what tip, what lead, what piece of evidence really led you all the way from Idaho to the suspect in Pennsylvania?
As I've said in the past, that's part of our investigation, and we won't be releasing that at this time. We will have those answers. We'll have them as soon as we can make those available to you.
Then a quick follow-up and a two-parter. Is our community safe, or is law enforcement still on the search for other suspects who might be involved in this attack?
What I can tell you is we have an individual in custody who committed these horrible crimes, and I do believe our community is safe, but we still need to be vigilant, right? We still have talked about this in the past. We always need to be aware of our surroundings and make sure that we're aware of what's going on.
Hi, Chief. How soon into the investigation did police and law enforcement begin to spot Mr. Kohlberger as a potential suspect? And a follow-up, how many tips, if you can say, were specifically related to Mr. Kohlberger?
To the tip part, honestly, I can't answer that question, so I'm not even going to speculate on that. On the other part, that's part of our investigation, and it will come out. I'd like the mic to please come right over here.
Thank you. Dana Griffin with NBC News. Can you confirm that Kohlberger asked whether or not anyone else had been arrested when he was in custody?
I cannot confirm that, or I'm not sure of that information, but that would still be a part of our investigation.
Did CODIS initially return any hits on this guy?
That's still part of our investigation. That will come out. If we could get somebody over here, please.
And then one final question. Is there any message to the online sleuths who slandered and harassed people who they believed were responsible?
There was a lot of speculation going on, and we've always said from the very beginning that we're the official message that comes out, and to pay attention to what we're putting out there to the press.
I'm Nancy Liu with News Nation, and we were over at the house this morning, and you told us that the remediation would begin today. It was suddenly stopped. Can you tell us why?
Yes. The house cleanup has been halted, and that came by a legal request from the court.
Christina Corbin, Fox News. Chief, have you identified a motive?
That is part of the investigation, and that will come out as we continue the investigation. But what we still ask is for people to continually send us things in the tip line. We are still looking for more information. We're still trying to build that picture, just like we have stated all along. We're putting all the pieces together, and that will help.
Chief Veronica Miracle with CNN. Any indication that the suspect knew the victims?
That's part of the investigation as well. It won't be something that will come out at this point in time, but as we continue the investigation and as this case goes to trial, that will be brought forth.
Have you spoken to the families? Can you tell us what they've told you today?
Are you talking the victims' families? Yeah, we have reached out to the victims' family as we always do. We've done that daily, and we've continued to have contact with them.
Hey, Nate Sanford, you mentioned earlier that you're still seeking tips about Brian and that people should still share whatever information they have. Can you speak at all about what specifically people should be reaching out for, like if they know something?
I would say anything and everything. As we've said all along, we know what tips we're looking for. We will take those tips and we will have professionals look at those and decide which pieces of those we need to use for our case. So we ask that everybody would do that.
Angela Palermo, Idaho Statesman. Your department and other investigators on the case took a lot of flack for keeping information close to your chest. Are you glad that you did that, and were you worried about tipping the suspect off?
I will 100% stand behind the way that we handled this investigation. And this all started from day one with our patrol officers arriving on scene, locking down the scene, us calling in the Idaho State Police, us calling in the FBI, and keeping information that was pertinent to this case very, very tight. We want to have a situation where when this goes to trial, there is no doubt that we've done everything right, and we've slowed down, and we've continued to slow down. We'll continue to do that.
Hey, Chief. Have you guys found the murder weapon or the Hyundai Elantra?
So we are still looking for all pieces of evidence, but we are still looking for the weapon. And I will say that we have found an Elantra.
Stephanie Becker with CNN. Can you tell what it was like when you got the phone call when the police told you that they had your suspect?
I can tell you, for a lot of law enforcement, it was a fairly sleepless couple of days with as we were leading up to everything that we were doing. But what I can tell you is I have faith in those agents.
I think they should have waited to do the house cleanup of that house. They should have waited.
But sure, there was some times even throughout the day that we were always concerned.
Hi, Chief. Danya back at CBS News. Can you talk a little bit more about the suspect's connection to Pennsylvania?
All I know is that he lives in Pennsylvania.
Chief Guy Tannenbaum from Nonstop Local KHQ in Spokane. More about the Elantra. We saw reports that you mentioned that you recovered an Elantra, but
Savannah, I heard that too.
Pieces of information you were asking from the public to tip. Were you able to provide an information on whether those tips led to this seizure of an Elantra?
That's still part of the investigation that will come out in the future.
Chief Glenn Mosley, Idaho Public Radio here in Moscow. The additional police presence in town and on campus, semester's coming. Is that going to continue?
You will continue to see state troopers in the area. You know, we're talking to Latah County as well. You will see a presence of us that we're always have up on campus. We have assigned officers to that. So you will continue to see a law enforcement presence. I'm going to take two more questions.
Hi, Chief. Julie Scott, ABC News. Can you tell us if you eventually had a license plate number to the Elantra and how you tracked it to Pullman?
That's still part of the investigation that will come out.
Chief, hi, Matt Lovelace with the Murrow College of Communication. I want to ask about Mr. Kohlberger as a graduate student at WSU. Are you aware of if he returned to campus after November 13th? And have you had any communication with departments on the WSU campus about his attendance?
So some of that is going to be followed up as we continue our investigation. We'll be asking some of those questions, but that'll come out in the near future. So what I do want to do is I want to thank you all. You really have been the national voice for us. You've given us the opportunity to get many, many tips. And I do appreciate everything you've done, and we'll continue to look forward to working with you in the future on this. So I'd like to thank you for that, and thank you for your time.
Unique trauma, right? That weapon could be anywhere because look, he went from Idaho to Pennsylvania. That weapon could be anywhere along that trail that he came home on. It could be anywhere from, I bet he ditched it on his way home to Pennsylvania. Well, that didn't really tell us anything, did it? We didn't already know. The obsession with the Elantra is because that's what they seen it on video somehow, Unique. And I believe they did. They was on that Elantra for a reason, and that dude had an Elantra. I think that Elantra is what caught him. Because they were stuck on that Elantra, and they was right. Okay, I have to say, this fucking case, these cops done it right. They didn't say one word, really. And look, bam, they got this motherfucker. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You know what I mean? They done it right. But yeah, that weapon could be anywhere from here to Pennsylvania, or Utah to Pennsylvania, Idaho to Pennsylvania. Oh, wow, Savannah, that's interesting. Could you imagine being the crime scene cleaner? You know, actually, I would probably like that job. I mean, that's kind of sick to say and morbid as fuck, but like in true crime, I love true crime. I want to see it all. I want to see everything, the gory, the good, the bad. You know, if you're a real true crime person, you want to see it all, seriously. Because if you don't, then what the hell? If you don't, you know, you can't sit here and cover a true crime case and then when it gets gory, oh, I'm not doing it no more. I can't handle that. If you can't handle it, you don't need to be in true crime. Period. Yeah, Panther or Frank. I agree. So I'm not alone, Savannah. You want to see it all too? I want to see the crime scene. I want to see the blood. I want to see, this is horrible to say, I want to see the bodies. I want to see it all. Because it's easy. I don't know. I'm just morbid and I'm morbid like that. There is a crime scene cleaner Instagram too, Be Good, that I follow. I could totally fucking do that job. Hi, Roger Horton. I bet that he was, because the news and the cops did it right. They didn't leak nothing. Then bam, got his ass. I bet he was surprised. You've studied it most of your life. That's interesting, Savannah. See, I like people like that think outside the box, I guess. You know, go outside and you want to see what other people don't want to see, because usually you can find some good information there. I want to see that. I want to see the crime scene. I'm sorry, but I do. But like, look, if this was about a baby, no, I couldn't do it. If it involved babies, like 5 and under, I can't do it. Or really about 10 and under, I can't do it. But if it's older kids, like these teenagers and young 20s and stuff, it's different. I don't know. But you put me a baby in there, nope, I don't want to see nothing about it. That poor baby, no, I can't do the babies. Unique trauma access, I did see those photos. I seen those. It was crazy. I seen those too. See, I want to see it all. I want to see it. I want to see it. Map time. Yep, we should do that. I don't, let me see here. What part of Pennsylvania is it? Panthera. Winnie Huss, quit whining. And I'll map it out. Shit. I got me a little desk to set my computer and stuff in the living room, and it's fucking pain in the ass sometimes. Poconos, yeah, that's right. Because I've been to the Poconos. That's right. I knew that. Thank you, Allie. Moscow, Idaho to Poconos, Pennsylvania. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. I'm not in Paris. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Okay, so there's only a few routes you can go, which you could probably go anywhere, but he probably went the quickest main straight direct route, which the blue one highlighted is 37 hours. Can you all see this? The Google Maps? Yeah, there we go. But look, there's Chicago, Minneapolis. Look, there's so many places through there. 37 hours worth of driving. That I say that knife somewhere along that trail. Guarantee it. Roger, I agree with this. You can't help but look. I'm that way too. And Allie, I'm sorry you're not like that, but I'm with Roger on this. I want to see it. It's weird. I don't know. I'm just really morbid, I guess. And I want to see it. Frank, you're silly. I love you. Yeah, I'm Unique. That was, I seen him. I followed that case before I was on YouTube. Lake Michigan, look, he went right through there. I guarantee it too, somewhere. Chicago, that's a good place to dump a knife. Let me see if I can, let me size it up a little more here for us. Let's see. So here's a little closer look. Okay, so look right here. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Leaving Moscow. You can go north or you can go the south way. I say he went the north way because the south way doesn't look like it would have many places to dump a gun. You know what I mean? Because look at it. See the bottom route there, the 40 hours? I say he took either the top route or do y'all see this middle one right here, the 37? That one's kind of more direct, same amount of hours, same a little bit less mileage. So he might have took that one straight into Wisconsin, down to Chicago, dumped it in the fucking Lake Michigan, and right on home. See where all he went here. See, here's the Chicago route. He went through. Yeah, he could have definitely dumped it in Lake Michigan. That's what I'm saying too. Lake Michigan, they could find that knife. Definitely in water. Yeah, Allie, I don't know. I think I want to see them in a casket, but like I don't think I could see crime scene photos of my loved ones. No, I couldn't do that either. Like if it was a crime or no, I couldn't do that. Try without tolls. Let's see here. Where can you edit it? How do I edit that? Avoid, there we go. Avoid tolls. Okay, here we go. Avoiding tolls. Good call, Allie. There's really only 2 routes. Let's see where all he could go here. Actually, this second route is quicker. So you could go through Rapid City, South Dakota, Sioux Falls, Rochester, Minneapolis. Look, he could go right over here, straight to Milwaukee. Let's zoom in here. I think he went this way, probably. I say that that knife is somewhere right here in this little whole area here. I guarantee it. Yep, Unique. I'm thinking see the lake there, the waters, because that's like he had to go that way. I don't think he's gonna fuck around trying to go back roads and stuff that he don't know nothing about. You know, he's gonna go like I said, no tolls, a straight direct route that he can get there in the fastest, and somewhere where he can drop the knife off. So you see these bodies of water. I think, yeah, it's in water. Yeah, I would want to know if it was my friend. I would want to know her autopsy. Yes. And like my family, if something happened to them, I would want to see their autopsy, but not like the gore of it. I just want to see what happened, you know? It is cold. Did any of y'all follow the Cassie Carly case? Because this dude reminds me of her ex that took her life, Marcus Spanavello. It reminds me of him. He does, this same guy. It is weird though what he was studying. I want to show y'all something else. I want to play this. This is from Allie Erickson's. It's just like a minute video. I watched this earlier today. Someone drop Allie's link for me, please. Here we go.
Brian Kohberger is a man who's been arrested for the Moscow murders. He is a PhD student going to get his PhD in criminology, which is really interesting. So people have found a Reddit post where he was trying to get people to participate in a study of his. Let me show you some of the questions. So here is a post where he's asking for participants, and he says that this study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense with an emphasis on your thoughts and feelings throughout the experience. Here's one question. Before making your move, how did you approach the victims or target? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling. After arriving, what steps did you take prior to locating the victim or target? Please detail your thoughts and feelings. And this one, how did you travel to and enter the location that the crime occurred? You guys, do you think he's been planning this for a long time? I don't know. But also, I heard there were accomplices, and there will be more on that to come. I'm just hearing the info now.
I think all the people working on
the coroner determines Carol Hutto was strangled, causing her most likely to pass out, but not kill her. She also suffered a large burn.
Good point, Panthera. I've been to the Navy Pier. I went and ate at Giordano's Pizza there. I love the Navy Pier. But yeah, there's so many places he could get rid of it. What about the way Allie said that he was asking people, like he was trying to use his, what he was going to school for, or his whatever. Yeah, Allie has 2 channels. Allie Erickson does. Oh, sub to both of our Allies. We love our Allies. Let's go here and look at the Poconos. Look, he could have even went and dumped it in New York somewhere. In this water over here, he's had so much time, 6 weeks. So much crime goes on in New York. He could have just went right down through there. That gun, it's in water, guarantee it. Wherever it's at, it's in water. Has to be. He planned this. Is premeditated, definitely. I wonder what his motive is. Panther, I wish. Let's get him on here. You get that for me. It's just crazy, isn't it?
In March of 1994, Officer Brad Boyes is injured in a work accident and assigned to messenger. With little ado but push paper, Boyes asks permission to review the cool homicide files. The oldest unsolved case in Largo, Florida, is the murder of Carol Hutto. Boyes reads through the original reports and begins asking himself questions. It's called tunnel vision, an unyielding focus on a single suspect that sometimes skews a homicide investigation. It allows important leads to slip away. Boyes pulls the Hutto evidence from storage and finds.
Sorry, I was reading a message from Cher. Cher Mark's going to help me with my AdSense. I can't get it figured out. Olivia. I've streamed Olivia before. She never struck me. I'll just, because I'm not dogging her or nothing. Where's it at about Olivia? Where's she at? I kind of like Olivia. I wish she wasn't with that fucking crew she's with. She could do so much better without them. I'm looking for it. Oh, here she has it. One of the cleaning crew leaving. Speed it up a little bit. Can't strike me, fair use. Someone drop Olivia's link, please. Thank you.
Today, a suspect has been arrested in relation to the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students. His name is Brian David Kohberger. He is a PhD student at the University of Washington. Today, a professional cleaning crew was supposed to clean the inside of the home. They arrived and set up their tent. As news arose of the suspect's arrest, the cleaning crew left. We're not exactly sure why they did, but that we may find out soon.
This is crazy.
So right now we have a cleaning crew showing up at 1122.
You hear old fucking blowhard.
Idaho. We heard from Captain.
Olivia does do a good job. She just needs to get away from that crew. Shit, I wanted to get.
Today, a suspect has.
Here we go.
Hey guys, so an arrest has been made in relation to the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students. The name of the person who was arrested is Brian Kohberger, and I'll show you a picture of him. There were 2 other people that are suspected to be involved, Dylan White and a Jason David Elkins. However, it's so early, I'm not yet 100% sure, but we know for sure that Brian Kohberger, a student at Pullman, Washington, has been arrested. The cleaning crew was here this morning and they were setting up, but then they left. And right now, media has left and they're all going to the police department. So I will be taking you with me to the police department. But before we do that, I'll show you what's going on. Looks like we have security entering. So security will keep this. This is, very promising. Everyone was worried, we were all worried that this would become a cold case. And
Nobody was worried it was going to be a cold case, but you all.
For these 4 beautiful souls that tragically lost their lives in a horrible, horrible way. I'm receiving photos right now from the Facebook of Brian, and it's disturbing. It's photos of just knives. It looks like this guy had an obsession with knives. He had a Reddit page. I'm seeing something about Reddit and something about him planning something. I'm not exactly sure. I have to read that again, but it's just sickening. It's all sickening. He looks like a psycho. This guy is a psycho, and it makes sense because for someone to take down 4 people, they have to be a monster. And right now, as I'm filming this, I'm getting emails from this Reddit post from Brian, but I had a suspicion from the beginning that maybe the suspect was a student from a different university because we're in Moscow, Idaho, which is on the border of Washington State, and I always had this suspicion that maybe it was someone who wasn't from the University of Idaho. So I will be updating you as this case develops. But finally,
Right, Al. It's kind of like a Chris Watch, you
Brian
know?
Kohlberg is the person arrested. Jason Elkins and a Dylan White. Those names have been kind of
I absolutely agree, Olivia. I mean, Olivia. Savannah. I like Olivia, but not with him.
It's possible that maybe they were involved, but again, this is all developing. But what we do know is Brian Kohlberg has been arrested. It was around 3 in the morning when this happened. Justice for the Idaho 4, and I'll be updating you on this case. Chronicles of Olivia, make sure to subscribe to Bullhorn Betty as well, my friend who we have been covering this case for a few weeks now. We'll touch base soon. Bye.
Well, there's that. Roger, I don't know. I don't know. I think it started with the white Elantra. I think it was a tip. And, you know, those brutal murders like that and with a knife, and there had to be DNA there of theirs. It had to be something. And they fought back. You know, it said they had defensive wounds. So maybe they got DNA under their nails, or they'll come out. These cops are on it. They're doing good with this case. I give them that. And I don't think he done it alone. I don't. There's no way. I want to know the motive to this. I want to know the motive. I want to know who's his sister that lived next door. I want to know that. I want to know that. I'm just looking through here to see what all I can find information on it. It ain't fucking 20 minutes long. Here, well, does JLR strike? Yeah, I don't like him. I've been trolling him. Oh, here, this one of Olivia is like 54 some minutes though. It's got the apartment. I think that's the one y'all were talking about. Hold on, we'll watch it. Let me speed it up so she wants, or I can fight the strike if she strikes me. But I don't have any strikes, so. How come I can't hear her? She muted on my end? What the hell? How come I can't hear? Oh, it says no sound on her end. Okay, hold on just a second, y'all. It's not us, it's her. Her chat saying mute it. Come on, Olivia, no sound, honey. Please sub to Olivia. I do like her. She's the only one in that crew I like. Her chat's telling her, so here we go. Ickmail has stuff too. I'll check him out too. Hey BJ, what's up? Here we go.
Can you guys hear me now? Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. You still can't hear me? That's. Thank God. All right, let's start this all over. Yeah, I fixed it. Golly. All right, let's do this.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, I'm back. The connection was really bad. Okay, so let's do this again. Thanks, Pam. Pam, you're so sweet. Oh, they just have one. Holy F. I didn't know they had actual like people in here. Okay, so let me show you the apartment. Oh, it's so hard to point. That right there, this right there, that is the apartment. Okay? It's the second one, it's the third one up and the second one in. I'm gonna leave you guys here just for a second. We're gonna walk around see if we find.
Savannah, I don't really like streaming people when they're live because they can strike me. I like when it's done so that way I can speed it up and do it for fair use. You know what I mean? People like to strike.
It's charging. Someone said, yeah, he has a master's degree in criminology allegedly. That's what's super creepy. Like why? Like, what was his motive here? Did he even have a motive? Was this just?
That G there, does that mean Freemason G? Is that a Freemason G? Does anyone know? See that G there?
But this is just rumors, you know. This always happens where it's just rumors. I don't want to say that it's true because we just don't know. But it's just really weird. Right now there is law enforcement inside, and they put their gloves on and everything, and they're doing some stuff in there. So I'm gonna be right back in a few minutes because I'm gonna try and get some shots. And we can see his window, and it's the top second one in, and he has a bunch of books. He has like maybe 10 thick books just right on his window, and he has a few other things on top of the books. So I'm gonna pull out.
Oh, okay. Thank you all. It's just a building, G. It does look kind of, when you first glance at it, don't it?
This thing is about 5 pounds, so I'm gonna go and put this together right now. Shit, I just swear. Great. Add that to my swear box. Try not to swear. Be more polite. So this is a lens that I always use, just a regular lens. It doesn't zoom in far at all. But believe it or not, I walked in with my father from a young age, and I like to ride on his truck all over this country to cover his cases and bring them to your front door. So if you're talking to a counselor, all right, guys, I'm just gonna leave you guys rolling for a second. I'm gonna go walk around here and see if anything's on the back side. Let's go move to a different. Did you go around back? In the University of Washington State University area, I believe this is.
Okay, I'm done with that one. There wasn't much to it. She was just that damn house all that time. All them super chats. Fuck them and their super chats. Send them my way. They don't need it. I need the money more than they do. No, just fucking skip it. Olivia didn't have it together for that life because it was really nothing. Just looking here, where's that college in Washington? Right across the line somewhere, wasn't it? Pullman, there it is. There was a college. That's where the college is. From there, it's a straight shot over to Moscow. Moscow, whatever people say it. Can y'all see that? Pullman. Okay, what I don't understand, they're saying this dude is like, what, 28 or 26 or something? Why is he still in school on a campus like this? I don't get it. They're trying to say he's in school or something? Oh, Nikki, a cotton candy wine. Did it taste like cotton candy? I love getting cotton candy flavored stuff. I want a cotton candy scented candle with my logo on it. I'm going to see if Perplex Laura will make me one. Put for some merch. Frank, we got cotton candy grapes too. I don't like those though. I don't care for grapes though, really. That's crazy though, Panther. He's still in school like that. And you make your own mudslide like with Kahlua or whatever it's called and Irish cream or no, like, do y'all know what a rattlesnake is? Do y'all have them where you are? A drink called a rattlesnake? It's a shot. I fucking love rattlesnakes. If I drink, I hardly ever drink, but I'm just showing right here the colleges. They're so close. His doctorate, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I just don't understand he's 28 years old and living on campus in there. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me. Oh, Savannah, them are good. With the Kahlua or whatever. And yeah, it's kind of like a rattlesnake. Hard cider. I don't really drink, though. I can't even. A few months ago, about, I don't know, 6 months or so ago, I started drinking wine because I got a little depressed and I got to where I was drinking wine every day and I had to stop. I had to quit because I have an addictive personality and I was drinking it every day and I'm like, fuck, I can't do this. And I put it, no alcohol for me. But I do like a Diet Coke and Captain Morgan rum. Oh my God, so good. I don't like Diet Coke like every day drinking it. But you mix Diet Coke and Captain Morgan together, it's so good. Something about the Diet Coke, it goes so good with that Captain Morgan. Yeah, I like me a Diet and Captain if I drink. I like rattlesnakes. That probably was good, Savannah. You're probably like me, just occasionally drink. And like, I might drink on New Year. No, I'm going to work. I'll be working New Year's. Fuck, I can't drink. Get the Fireball, Frank. Captain Morgan and pineapple juice. I've never tried that, Panthera. I like pineapple. I used to work at a bar. I was a waitress. I never bartended, but I used to love waitressing. I can't do it no more. My social anxiety. That's whenever I was young. I was good at it too. I made good money. I loved it. But I can't do it now. All right, y'all. Well, I think I'm going to jump off here. And I might be back later this afternoon, an hour or so. You like scotch? Star Mama pineapple and rums. I got to try that now. I'm going to go buy me a little bottle of Captain Morgan because I like Captain Morgan. I do. I can't drink too much, though. Like if I go out to a restaurant, I ever order a drink, it's a Diet Captain, or it's a strawberry margarita. What the hell did I pull over here? This fucking shit. I do want to try some cotton candy rum or wine. I think I've got pineapple juice because I do. Because I got a NutriBullet for Christmas. And we went out and I bought some frozen fruit, and I bought pineapple juice, some spinach. Yeah, I did that too. Unique trauma. I've waitressed everywhere. I waitressed at Cracker Barrel for a while, and that was the best waitressing job I had, honestly, because Cracker Barrel, they have a good system. Cracker Barrel is a good place to work. Look, I grew up in bourbon country. I don't like hard stuff like that, but I grew up in bourbon country, horse country, moonshine country. Moonshine. You can get moonshine fucking anywhere. My uncle used to make wine when we were little, and like I come from a big family. At Christmas, we would all meet at my mom's, and my uncle would bring his wine. He would let it cure all year, and I remember he would let us kids take a couple drinks of it because it was so good. Like he wasn't like getting us drunk or nothing, but we did take sips of his wine. It was good. I remember those days. Good old days. I wish I could go back to them days, man. It's like after my mom passed away, my family fell apart. Bourbon balls, I know what them are. Peanut butter balls. Yeah, I know what bourbon balls are. It's like peanut butter balls, but bourbon. Oh, Star Mom, I could imagine what you've seen. Oh my God. Still finding steals in the woods. Yes. Moonshine steals. Yes. I don't know about no edible glitter. That don't sound good. I grew up in Southern Kentucky, and yeah. I love my roots. I do. I love it. I grew up hillbilly. I learned so much, take the little things and don't take them for granted. And have y'all ever watched the movie or read the book? What's it called? I watched the movie, Hillbilly Eulogy or something like that. What is it? It's a true story. Let me look it up here. I recommend Hillbilly Elegy. I'm probably saying that wrong. Let me share my screen here. I want to show y'all this. I recommend it because this is so on point for where I grew up. And look, it's Hillbilly Elegy. Can y'all see that? It's got Glenn Close in it. She fucking nails it. She puts on a great performance in this movie. Watch this movie. I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but I recommend this. It shows it's legit. True story. Lawless, I've heard of that. I've never watched it though. I like me some Yellowstone. Anybody watch Yellowstone in here? I can't wait until Sunday because it's going to be the finale. I know Savannah, Georgia's haunted Savannah. That's cool as hell. Whenever I went there for vacation for a week, I took a ghost tour and I fucking loved it. Went to Bonaventure, I believe, and all kinds of places. I loved Savannah. It is such a beautiful little town. All right, y'all, we're almost to the 2-hour mark, and I don't want to make it too much longer. I got a few things I got to do, and I will come back maybe. All right, thank you all so much for joining, and y'all have a good evening. I love you all. Bye.